Yes!
Alright guys, so as I said in last week's webisode, this week is getting this bike done and getting it delivered and hopefully making somebody's Christmas. So to get things started, you can use sandpaper and sort of sand by hand, or you can use an electric sander, which I've got somewhere. I can't see it now to give you a good demonstration. Or if you're feeling particularly lazy, or not even lazy, you know, if you just want to get it done fast, what I've opted for is an angle grinder with a sanding wheel on it. It's just one of these flappy sanding wheels. I don't know how well you can see that. So it's going to be a bit noisy, but it is literally just going to fly through this and get it done super quick. So, safety first. Alright, so like I was saying about wearing appropriate safety equipment, now I just scuffed my finger and you can't see it, but I touched the finger with this glove and I don't know if you can see the little light bit, it scuffed some off, right? Now, the glove is still fine and intact, it's quite a thick glove, but if that were my skin, that would have hurt big time. So make sure you're wearing safety equipment. One pair of rolled bars. Yabba dabba do. So, one hand sander. Like I said, I've done the hard part of this, and to be fair, I probably could just paint on top of what I've already done. Granted, you wipe it first, but I'm just gonna chuck a little pad on quickly and run over it to make sure that it is just nice. You know, I don't want this breaking or, you know, starting to peel. I want to do a good job, so for the extra bit of time it's going to take, I'm just going to run over it quickly with my little sander. Alright, sanded, ready, prepped, good. Need to find some string, need to hang it, get a layer of paint on it. Alright guys, so I'm back and I've been donated a load of paracord, which is prime for what I'm doing here. I've rigged myself up from the little hook up here, just a line that runs all the way down and onto a bar end, and with the help of nobody and trying to hold the camera whilst I'm doing it, let me try and balance you on my shoulder, look. I don't know if you can see, but I hope you can. Well, that went totally spiffingly, didn't it? Right, you're just going to have to not see for a second, but basically the game here is that the bar end is going to go in the bar, push it down, push, 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 and one freely standing set of handlebars ready to paint. Now, the observant amongst you will notice that, I don't know if you can see it anymore, yeah, there's some condensation coming out of my mouth. It's a pretty cold day. I've thought about this anyway, and I've got a portable storage heater that I'm going to get started up in here when I sort of come to spray, but I'm not actually going to be spraying now because obviously when you sand things down, the dust that gets up in the air and everything, you know, it's going to make a mess of any wet paint. So I'll just sort of rig this up to show you the steps. I'm going to now skip all of the rest of the sanding off the frame and everything because, to be honest with you, it's not that exciting, let's be honest, and you've seen one be stripped down now. So I'm going to check back in with you once I've got everything sanded, and we'll talk about the next stages of prep. Alright, so I've finished doing all the prep work. I've got some bars, some forks, a frame, some cranks. The next thing that you need to do though is start wiping things down and getting them ready to paint. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hook you up just down on my little rig here, get the lights turned on because I noticed it was a bit dark in here last time, and then I'll get wiping and get showing. So I'll check in with you in a few seconds. Alright guys, so I had a portable heater in my loft that I noticed was there when I moved in, and so I thought, oh that's alright, I'll just get that out and pop it in the garage. That'll warm it up quite nicely. But it's broken. Obviously, you know, why else would they have left it? So my plan to make it a bit warmer in here kind of flopped, to be honest with you, so I'm going to need to think about that in a minute. Figure out what I am going to do. I mean, I've got another couple of tricks up my sleeve, to be fair, and it's really not the end of the world to be spraying in the cold, but it's certainly nicer to spray in the warm. I find, especially with gloss paint, it really kind of keeps it shine a little bit, whereas sometimes if it's a bit cold, then it can go a bit cloudy, but it doesn't look bad either way, so whatever, it's fine. Right, like I said, everything's all prepped up. Got myself some gloves, got myself a microfiber cloth and some braking clutch cleaner in this instance. You just, you know, you want to use sort of some sort of cleaner just to wipe your stuff down and make sure it's all good. You know, get rid of all the dust and grease that's on it. And I mean, if you've just done what I've done and sanded everything, believe me, there is a lot of dust on it at this point, so make sure you get into absolutely everywhere, because you don't want to have put in this much effort to then find that actually you didn't prep it that last little bit enough, and what you end up with is a really patchy, ganky paint job, just for the sake of not having spent that extra bit of time prepping. So make sure, like I say, good wipe down of everything. I'm going to check in with you when I've finished wiping this frame down. Alright, so I've done the frame. To be fair, didn't really think that through. I might as well just wipe everything down and check in with you after that, because wiping is boring. I'm not going to time lapse this bit though, so I will literally check in with you in a couple of minutes when I finish wiping it all down. Alright, so I've got my bars. They're going to be the first thing that I spray. I don't need to really worry about this heat situation just now, because primer, you know, primer's primer, it's thick, it's matte, it is what it is. Yeah, go get some stuff, give the cans a good shake, get them in the bucket to warm up, see if I can think of something great to get some heat in here quickly, but if not, that's not, you know, imperative at this point. So I'm going to check in with you in a few seconds, and then we're going to start spraying these bars. Alright guys, so I've had this in a bucket of really hot water, like boil the kettle, get the hot tap going, get as much hot water in there as you can, let it sit, especially on a cold day. Like, it says that to get this room temperature, but it's never room temperature, this is England, so give it a good shake. I have been shaking this off the camera. I shook this before I sat it in the water. The can is nice and warm now, it is actually warm, which is going to help just thin the paint and help it all to mix and be as it should be. So we're going to get a little layer of primer on these. You're not going to go crazy with this, like, it's good to build up a couple of layers, a couple of thin layers. Don't have runs, because otherwise you're going to be sanding again. Like, I'm literally hoping that this is the last, or sorry, I have already done the last of the sanding, and I'm not going to have to touch any sort of stuff again. In fact, I've put it away, I'm that confident. So this is going to be thin layers, a couple of them, just to build up a good base coat. Alright, so that's going to do for our first coat there. What I should have done as well was put gloves on, because now I have a very, very white finger, which is a bit silly of me. So I'm going to go and clean this up before it dries, which will give this a few minutes to dry, and then I'm going to come and get another coat on there. Alright, so it's been about 15 minutes since the last coat. I've got a glove this time. I'm going to just give this another one. So I've I've got everything sprayed now, well, primered. Bits are just hung up everywhere drying. I've had this can sat in the water for a while. Just gonna get the lid off. Oh my god, that got some water in it. Don't use a half-sealed lid because it's just gonna get water everywhere. So I've had this sat in, I've given it a good shake. I'm gonna carry on shaking it, going crazy, and then I'm gonna spray the first crank and see what this colour looks like, see how it comes out, and go from there. I've actually messaged the person who this bike's gonna be for, and sort of said, look, it's not gonna be ready today. It will be sprayed, it will be finished today, but I don't want to build it today. I want to just let it all sit and dry properly, because you know, it's when it's sort of dry to the touch, but you know, not completely dry, that you know, you start putting it together and it doesn't work, and you know, you end up breaking bits and smashing things up and everything. So I've just told them, look, it's going to be tomorrow. Just for the sake of making sure that it is the best job that I can do. You know, at the end of the day, I'm not a professional spray guy. There's going to be some imperfections, so I want to at least make it as good as I can make it for them. So anyway, like I say, let me get a bit of this paint on and we'll see what it looks like. Wow, do you know what? Already just from what I can see of this, that looks mad. It's more turquoisey than I expected it to be, but it's a bit darker than turquoise, but those sparkles and that in it and everything, like, that's actually going to look rad. Like, I'd have a frame in that colour. Right, and then I'm just going to let that dry for sort of 15 to 20 minutes. I'll come out, I'll get another coat on it, and then I'll show you exactly what the finish is going to be like. So I'll leave you with this montage of paint drying. No, I'm only joking. I'll check in with you when I'm back. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see this, but in the right light, if I can get my phone and shine a light on it, I wonder. I can't let the phone work. That was hard work, yeah? We have light, right. So, I don't know how well, like I say, you're going to be able to see this, but if I pop this up here, hopefully you can. It's a real nice sort of, it's almost turquoise, it's kind of blue, it's shiny, it's nice. I like it actually. I didn't think I would like it. Turquoise is not really my colour, but I think it looks great, to be honest with you. I'm supposed to be spraying these forks the same colour, however, I've run out and the shop's closed and it's not going to get done today anyway, but I need to be able to leave it to dry overnight. So I'm going to just go with the gloss black on the forks now. As you can see, these are dry, reasonably well primered, and so I'm just going to go out with the gloss black and give these a gloss over. So let's go see about this gloss black. I've got it in my pot here warming up. Obviously, as I've done the whole way through, you know, make sure it's dried off and give it a good shake. Like I say, we'll get a little thin coat on this. We're going to build these up slow again, so I'll get this one done. I'm just going to turn the camera off. I'll probably just talk to you at the end anyway, so let's go spray. Learned the last time though, put a glove on the hand because you get spray back all over the tops of your fingers, so bear with me a second whilst I get a glove. Here's one I made earlier. Right then, let's leave that as it was actually. It's nice and balanced, and we'll just go from this sort of angle on it. Do I want to go sideways? No, I'm going to go long ways on these. Alright, so that's my first layer. I'll put the lid back on this, pop it back in my hot water. Oh my god, I can't even get the lid on. Back in the hot water, so it's ready and nice and warm for when I want to spray again. And I'll just give this now like 10-15 minutes to sort of set and take, and I'll come and get some more paint on it. So I'll check in with you then. Alright guys, so like I was saying, it's hard to spray gloss in the cold because it fades over quite a bit. I'm just going to get this lamp down quickly, and hopefully I'm going to be able to show you here so you can see that this is kind of quite matte, but this is kind of quite gloss. Exactly what we're hoping for it to be like, and exactly what we're not hoping for it to be like. However, the day has been saved by Ryan's dad Mark, who has loaned me this bad boy little heater right here. So what I'm going to do is I've turned it on. I'm going to let it do its job and warm the garage up. I'm going to put it a bit closer to the metal here as well in the hope that it warms the metal up itself. I'm going to give that a half hour, 45 minutes just to, you know, really do its job. I'll come back out, get a layer of paint on, and then I'll put the heater back over it, and hopefully it'll stay gloss. So yeah, I'll check in with you in a little bit when it's a bit warmer in here and I can you know, spray. I don't know if yeah, there's definitely a bit of mist coming out of my mouth, so hopefully that won't be happening when I come back. Checking with you shortly. Alright, so I came out thinking, oh, it's been a while, it's going to be nice and warm and yada yada yada, and everybody in the house knows what I'm doing, but they put the tumble dryer on and left the door open. Which is fair, because you have to leave the door open when the tumble dryer's on, but it's not exactly great when I'm trying to warm the garage up. So I think I'm kind of on a lost cause for all the time that this tumble dryer's on. I'm going to have to just wait for the cycle to finish, which is just over 50 minutes. So I'm going to do that, let it finish, I'll come back in, turn the heater on, and we'll start again when hopefully it's not going to get freezing cold in here straight away. Checking with you in a bit. Alright guys, it's the next morning now. It got real late last night by the time the tumble dryer had finished and everything, so I didn't feel much. I just literally went out and sprayed the bits I needed to spray. And I bought in like everything that was already painted and dry, just to sort of sit in the house and, you know, bake, or, you know, not bake, but do what I needed to do. So I hung it off the shower rail, and like it's, I don't know, very early in the morning, we just heard this like massive almighty bang and crash, and I was like, oh, I sprung out of bed, ran around the house like seeing who's trying to break in and everything. No, obviously it's this, and I can see that there's some paint on the bath. Now, the paint on the bath I can totally live with, but have I scratched the bars or the cranks or anything? Because they were looking quite nice. Oh, I've left a couple of marks, which is really annoying. They're not bad, but like, I don't know if you can see that one just there. There's a little mark just along the bottom there. And then there are 3 kind of little chink marks just along there. It's so annoying, like, because it's not bad, but, and it's a BMX, it's going to get scratched, but it's just really annoying when you put so much effort into something. I don't have any more of this paint, so I don't really know what to do. Really annoying. Really annoying. Oh, right, put this one down, let's check the other pieces. Alright, so one little crank arm. One little chink just there on the spline. When the bike is built, you're going to be able to see it just. When the crank's in certain position, you're going to be able to see it. Really annoying. Second little crank arm. Oh, it's got a few scuffs up here. Man, that's so annoying. Alright, well, it is what it is. I'll speak to a person today who's having the bike and see what they want to do about it. Give me a couple of minutes, and I'll have a quick shower, and then we'll go and check on the frame and stuff that I left out there drying. So, checking with you in a minute. Alright guys, so I'm showered, I'm a bit more awake now. Let's have a look at what this frame and that's saying. Let's get the light on. In fact, let's take the light with us so we can see better. It's definitely glossy, but there are some areas where the paint isn't thick enough and I can still see the sand lines. So it could definitely do with another coat. Yeah, it's a shame. It doesn't look bad, it could be more shiny, it could be more gloss. I don't know, like I say, I mean, it certainly looks a heck load better than it did when I got all the parts in. Like, you know, as the parts were coming in, they were just looking more and more crap, to be honest with you. They really were looking crap. Like, everything was different colours, bangs, dings, dangs, the whole lot. Oh, look, these forks are up here as well. These actually are quite shiny. They did a good job, I don't know if you can see that. But they are actually alright. I mean, to be fair, they've still got a couple of lines in them as well. They could do probably another coat. But like I say, it's a BMX. It is a BMX, and well, it's probably going to get dinged the very first time it's ridden by somebody, to be honest with you. I know it's just the way it is. You get a new bike and you get out, you ride it. Within 5-10 minutes, you've dropped it or come off a jump a bit funny angle. You've done something, you've got a bit of a scratch on it, and it might only be the tiniest scratch, it might be a bit of a bigger scratch, but it annoys you. I'm annoyed. It's not even my bike. A couple of little marks, but like I say, it's really not that bad, so I don't know. I think I'm going to send these 2 videos to the person who's having it so they can see what I've seen this morning and they can decide for me. Anyway, I need to sort of get myself ready for work a little bit. God bless George, who makes me sandwiches. Gotta love her. So yeah, I'm gonna get myself ready and get myself off, and I will check in with you this evening when it's either repainting time or rebuilding time. But I'll let you know when I know. So yeah, check in with you later. Alright guys, welcome to Wacky Racers part of the vlog. I've just got home from work, it's the following day, and I've got about 45 minutes to get this bike built. I have not checked that the bearings I've got are the right size, so I might even have to pop out to Rotec and grab some quickly. So this is going to be like a super mega time-lapse edition. I'm going to start a timer as soon as I start as well, and I'll let you know how I'm going at the end and how fast I managed to get this done. So without further ado, I'm going to mount this camera somewhere and I'm going to get cracking because I just don't have the time right now. Rotec Cycles.
Calling Rotec Cycles.
Simon can help me. Simon can always help me. You alright mate, it's Kris, how we doing? Simon, just a real quick one. You know those bearings you sold me the other day? I don't know if you remember them. Yeah. Right, now with those type of headsets, there's normally like a little like tapered push-in insert for the middle, isn't there? Like a plastic one. Do you sell them or do you have one at all? Yeah. Okay. Cool. Magic. Alright, well this bike's almost together, so I'll finish what I'm doing here and come down because I need to get some inner tubes off you anyway. What time are you around until tonight? Sweet, I'll be in before that, no dramas. Cheers, Si, see you in a bit, mate. Bye bye. Simon at Rotec is the man, he's going to hook me up. I just got to get the rest of this done, get it in the car and get it down there because I've got to get some inner tubes anyway. Alright, so I got the tyre pumped up. I got these bits on. I forgot to turn the camera back on, I'm just rushing unfortunately. What have I got to do now? I've got to get the tyre and everything on the front wheel, get the pedals on, get the chain on, go to Rotec, get a thing. What am I going to start with? I don't even know what to start with. This is the most crazy bit now, like, it's finishing touches. I need to get in here. I'm going to put the pedals on, I think. So, let me find a 15. There's my 15. Lovely jubbly. Where's my pedals? Oh my god, don't tell me I've just lost those pedals. No, I didn't. Right, there we go. This is the right hand pedal. Once again, loving a bit of grease on this build. Just give it a quick blitz. Make sure she goes in nice. Time. It's 25 past. I'm going to Simon. I'll do the chain when I get back. Tidy some tools up quickly. Alright guys, so I'm just back from Rotec Cycles. Simon did his job. I ended up having to get a new headset unfortunately, but that's fine, you know, it just means it's solid and swishing there. And then on the way back I managed, well I say on the way back, you know, not far after having left there, I managed to get a puncture. So I went back and got an inner tube. God bless Simon for being open so late. Anybody's in Reading, you need bike parts, go see Simon down at Rotec Cycles. He honestly is the man, he's an absolute legend. And I really hope you watch this, Simon, so thank you very much for helping me out tonight at such short notice. Anyway, the person who's getting this bike's going to be here in a few seconds, so I need to literally get this puncture done, get the chain and everything on and get finished. So I'm going to put you back down here and time lapse it. I'll check in with you shortly. Alright, bike bull's done, quick trick, and then this young lady's taking it off. She didn't want to be in it, but she is. No names mentioned. Alright, here's a camera. Do just a 180. Not today. One more go, one more go. No, not today. It has been far too long since I've been on a bike. Right, let's get this thing loaded up for you. Alright, so I need redemption. We're a little bit later on and we're just after filming yesterday's vlog, and we've got this little wall right here, and I'm going to get my 180 off of that, I think. So I'm going to give it to Pro Filmer Clayton this time to make sure I get a good angle for this one.
Hang on, you can let Pro Filmer Clayton land it for you.
Alright, Pro Filmer Clayton wants to have a go at something. Yeah, Pro Filmer Clayton ain't landing nothing. You got one try, we'll go try for try on this now. Alright, it's try for try, come on, there's your camera. Oh my gosh. That's way hard and it's not even small. No, I mean like the width of it, it's not like it's a coping or a grind rail.
Horrible to come out on that angle.
Yeah, I know, because of that fence, but we can do this, come on. I got this right now.
What do you think of your new bike then? You like it, yeah? You actually did it.
You did it.
Right, I'm gonna have to redeem myself and land that now.
So I got that. Right. So that's my redemption for not landing that 180 the other day. One-upped it a little bit and it's all good.
Little bit showed you what.
They did.
Oh my dick.
Come on, boy. Come on, boy, you got this. Get it. Oh, I'm giving him one more try and we're moving on because this is painful. Go on, get it. Just do it. We got Christmas Day bails. Why don't you 180 over the wall? Alright, moving swiftly on to the next spot. Alright, one more trick. Right, we're getting this pathetic little bank here, little abubica back down. It's dodgy, it's in the road, so shout me, yeah?
By a car, maybe.
Right, we'll wait for this car to go. Because we're not on about getting run over on this channel. Oh, he's gone. Alright, cool. Right. This is an abubica.
Oh, I thought you was having that first time then. Come on.
One more go.
Come on. Yeah, we're good, man.
Like I said, thanks for watching this, and I hope you're enjoying your bike, Kirsty. I know you got it a little bit early, you're bad for that, but have a good one anyway. Merry Christmas to everybody for yesterday. Hoping you're having some good leftover food today, and I'll see you next week on Monday, 12 noon.